So I'm back for number two. Today is a very special day because I get to go back to work. I took some time off of work after a breakdown that I had after a car accident. I just couldn't deal with pushing myself so hard and being in pain all the time. And I felt like I just wasn't doing enough, and I came down on myself. Found out I wasn't taking one of my meds the way I was supposed to. I was actually taking less of it than I should have been. So I got that fixed. I now have a knee brace for my knee, which is what was giving me most of the problems. I go in for an MRI in 2 days. So we'll see how that works. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Because I want to be able to keep moving. Don't want to have surgery. But going back to work for me means that I'm contributing. It means that it means a lot to me. It keeps me going because I'm cooking, or I was, sort of. Now I'll be doing prep work and doing dishes just to kind of keep me, going, as long as he can possibly keep me on. I'm extremely grateful, to my boss for letting me take a couple weeks off. Not every boss will do that. Most of them will just be like, there's the door. And that's a huge thing that people with borderline run into, which is why a lot of us are on disability, because we fall in this crack, or at least I have, where I can work. Really, I can work. But I can't work consistently. My demons will catch up with me. And I just need regular time off. But I'm not gonna go for a full year without working. Are you kidding me? That would kill me. I can't do that. I have 2 kids. That's not an option for me. And I'm like, oh, well, I've heard when you're on disability, you can still work. Well, yeah. But to get on it in the first place, to qualify for it, you have to be unable to work for a full year. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to show my kids that I'm going to be lazy for a whole year just so I can get benefits to help me out. No, not going to do that. Because what really is that teaching them? Teaching our kids. It's teaching them it's okay to be lazy when it really isn't. For the people that have made that choice, if that was the best choice for you, great. I am not judging you. I'm just saying it is not the best choice for me. It is not the best choice for what I want to teach my kids. I would rather have to fight it out and, do what I can to support my kids. Because I can do it. I can work a job that pays me $16 an hour. I can sit behind a desk. It's not a problem. Right now I'm working in a kitchen. I'm going back to working in a kitchen, making $9 an hour. And my body's giving out. It's not my mind that's giving out necessarily. It's my body that's giving out. But I can make a good wage. It's just when the demons catch up with me. And that's part of the DBT that I've gone through. It's helping me manage those. Get through them in a shorter period of time. Hasn't got rid of the suicidal thoughts that pop up from time to time. I don't have them every day. But this last time I had suicidal thoughts, I tried to kill myself, my boyfriend knocked the pills out of my hand. I didn't go to the hospital. I had been told previously that going to the hospital really wouldn't do a lot for me. And the last time I went to the hospital, it really didn't do a lot for me. It really didn't. All it did was crank up my anxiety. And I can't do that again. But it took me about 2.5 weeks, and I'm back. This isn't an easy thing to deal with, this disorder. I have generalized anxiety and major depressive disorder too, so nothing big to go along with my BPD. I'm not bipolar, I'm not schizophrenic, I'm not all these other things that could be really bad to go along with it, but what I have is bad enough, and I don't want worse. God knows. I don't want worse. This is pretty bad. But, I need to maintain for my kids. And that's what this is all about. This is for my kids. I, went to court last week. What was last week? Last week or a couple weeks ago, back in divorce court, where my husband decided it wasn't important enough to show up, and his attorney was trying to convince the judge that another judge should finish her case. So, needless to say, he didn't get what he wanted. So, I was very pleased, very happy, and the divorce judge said, well, let's just come back and find out how things are going back in June. So that put that off, which I'm very grateful for, because my kids really need stability. They don't need to be yanked out of their school right now. They are happy, they're doing well. My oldest is getting solid B's, which I'm very proud of, especially after all this craziness that those kids have gone through. And now next Monday, we go to the judge about the guardianship, and it's about talking to her and seeing what happens. So that's where I stand. For other people who have mental disorders and you're fighting for your kids, don't stop. Don't give up. Just keep fighting for them, because they need you. They need you to fight for them. As long as your focus is on them and what is best for them, that's what matters. Don't stop fighting. I know it's hard. God, I know it's hard. Just don't give up. Don't give up on those beautiful kids, because they need their parents. I mean, they need to be protected. And if they only have one parent that's going to protect them, and that happens to be you, then you need to be there, and you need to be their voice, and you need to fight. If you're still trying, if you're fighting to try and get time with your kids, keep fighting. They need both parents. They need their father too, which is why, despite how upset I am with my ex-husband, I'm not taking my kids away. Actually, I'm giving him a little, in the agreement that I set up, I'm giving him a little more time with the kids than he has now. Because I'm like, he's not getting out of raising these kids. No way. I am not taking away his responsibilities, because it's exactly what he'd want me to do. So I'm giving him every weekend. So we'll see what the judges say when it comes right down to it, because it's like, I will take them during the week. I will be responsible for their education, their religion, all of that. their doctors. All you have to do is play with them every weekend. Go for it. Have fun. There you go. And then during the summer, every other 2 weeks. So it's, it's great. He gets playtime, which is what he's always wanted with the boys. And I get parenting time, which I'm really good at. And I will still get time where I can play with my boys, especially during the summer. Because then I'll have every other week with the boys and I'll get to play. And if I'm working nights, I can still play with them, before I go to work. I can tuck them in right before I go to work. Which works out great because I have to be to work at their bedtime. So, and my boyfriend has been sweet enough to say, he'll make sure they get tucked in and everything else. So there's a plan in place. That's a really big one. Have a plan in place. Have a solid plan in place. So that, because the exes always come at you. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, they're unstable. Be like, how unstable am I? I've got a fair and stable plan for this family. Don't tell me I'm unstable. I got something right here that tells you otherwise. Because there are exes that do that. They play dirty games. Mine does. So I'm positive he's not the only one that would do that. My plan has a hitch. My mother is currently the guardian. So it's a matter of keeping my children from my mother. And I have shown my mother over and over again that I am a good parent. That my instability wasn't instability. I was trying to take care of things before things happened. And she didn't believe me, which is something that happens quite frequently. If you have borderline personality disorder, quite frequently you have been in an invalidating environment growing up, like me. And your parents don't believe you. Your siblings don't believe you because that's just the way it's always been. You over-exaggerate, you lie, supposedly, according to them, of course. And that's not always true. And my mother is learning that I didn't lie. I didn't over-exaggerate. That my ex-husband is exactly what I said he was. And he's proven it to her. So I'm just kind of waiting for the fallout. Waiting for the karma to work its way around. I love karma. But, yeah, just stick with it. Just fight through it. Things will work out. Right now, I am seeing my boys just about every Saturday for a couple hours. I go watch them in their bowling league, help my oldest out. It's great when we get a moment like we did a couple weeks ago. He was all anxious and all excited, and he came and he cuddled with me and instantly calmed down. I miss those moments. God, I miss those moments where I can just cuddle with my babies. So just, I guess all I can say is to the parents out there, just hang in there. To all of you that are just struggling with BPD, don't give up. Don't let them tell you that just because, don't let people say, oh, you have to file for disability because you have a disability. Yeah, I've got a disability too. And I wish I could file for disability, but I'm not going to quit working. I'm not going to quit being productive for a full year just to make the government happy. Because if I stay working, my Social Security is going to go up, and That'll help me in the long run when I actually get to a point where I can't function anymore, which hopefully will be a long way off. Right now, I'm just trying to use my skills to do what I need to do. And another skill that I have started, yes, that was my phone that dinged, is an electronic diary card. Yeah, you can't see it, but it's on DBT 911 is the one I use. There's several out there. If you just go ahead and go into your phone, go to the Play Store, and go DBT. You can find stuff on there that'll teach you the DBT skills. There's stuff on there that'll give you that'll give you diary cards. There's mindfulness, which is a huge part of DBT. And just stick to it. I've learned since doing my DBT cards, there's times where I just don't want to do the whole thing because it's a lot of stuff on there. But I do the important stuff, the stuff that I know I need to. Like, I need to make sure that I'm eating well all the time. I need to make sure I'm taking my meds. I need to make sure that I'm exercising a little bit, or whatever. I need to check off my skills. So, do something like that. Make sure you stick to something like that. I've discovered that the diary card is huge. If you're in DBT, stick to the diary card. If you've been in DBT, find these diary cards. Stick to them. They will help you. They will help keep it in the back of your mind. Okay, did I do this today? Could I have used this in such and such a situation today? Yeah, I could have. So then you can do it next time. Look it through. If you're getting ready to freak out, pull it up. Look at your skills. Go, what can I use? And just stick to it. That's my big message today. Stick to it. So hopefully this was helpful. And we'll see you next time.